Welcome to the channel. Today we're going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. Let's jump into it. Okay, freehand unfinished. Okay, this is like a massive keloided scar on the back of a woman, and they tried to do this butterfly thing that just looks awful, insanely awful. It looks like, probably one of the worst tattoos I've seen in a long time. I will never understand when people say freehand and they just suck at tattooing. It's like, freehand, not freehand, who gives a crap? It looks awful, and this is one of those tattoos. Now, we cannot look at this keloided scar surrounded by a bunch of black and not point out that it looks like a dookie, If someone brought me this scar, I'd be like, I can't do anything about that. That needs like something else. That needs like plastic surgery, I guess, maybe? I literally don't know. A tattoo ain't solving this one. And someone might be like, well, it looks all 3D. No one thinks this looks good. No, I was about to say something that kind of led to that, but obviously no one's gonna say that. This is a giant piece of crap tattoo. And sometimes people try these miracle fixes on scars or lumps or things like that, and it's like, nope, tattoos ain't gonna fix that one, dude. Even if this butterfly was good, which it's not, very clearly a crap tattoo, even if it was good, would it matter? No, that scar is just not gonna not be seen. I will never understand when someone who just does awful tattoos, like gets their camera out and is all proud of their tattoos. I'm always like, oh, what's going on here? Okay? I look at tattoos all the time, and I think my tattoos are like, I'm like, that's okay, that one's okay, that one's fine, this one's okay, it's good, whatever. And other people look at their crap tattoos and they're like, I'm the best there ever was. And I'm like, oh, God, dude, no, bad, next.
Well, your boy is officially not getting no more jobs. But in all seriousness, it came out fucking crazy. This is my very first tattoo, and I got it done on my fucking fingers and shit. That shit hurt so bad. To put it in perspective, it felt like a hot fucking knife just carving into your fingers. Not gonna lie, and I feel like it has some aura to it too. Like,
what is going on in this world? Okay, one, that's a very nice tattoo, whatever. First tattoo, whatever. I think it's stupid. Why are people putting skeleton hands over their hands? Like, it just is a tattoo that does not look good. And I cannot, God, it makes me fucking want to like have a seizure or something. I'm like 4 seconds away from crumbling and coming out as a butterfly that wants to run into lightning. I don't know where I am anymore. I don't understand how people look at skeleton hands and go, that's it. First tattoo, that's a dumb decision. Super dumb decision. I think almost everybody in this world will be like, that's kind of like a gnarly commitment for your first tattoo. As a tattooer, I'll probably tattoo it though. Just saying. I don't really care that much. I just go, this kid is probably an idiot. That's not a crazy decision. It's not a crazy thing to say. And then the skeleton hand. I just like feel like of all tattoos, I think that we're gonna see the skeleton come in and out and people making fun of it forever. I hate it, we'll always hate it. This channel will always hate it. You guys will always hate it. I don't know, maybe you guys love skeleton hands. I don't think I've ever seen a skeleton hand in real life except for when it was getting done. Because you know why? People who decide to get skeleton hands are not of this world. They don't belong here. They're not meant to be here. They like do the skeleton hand and somehow they disappear into the world. Whether they pass on for, having skeleton hands, they become the actual skeleton. Stupid ass tattoo. On to the next.
این تتو با همه تتوهایی که دیدی فرق داره. اومد پیشم ازم خواست تتوی ویل وینستون معروف براش بزن. خیلی باهاش صحبت کردم که ممکنه بعداً پشیمون شی، ولی گوشش به این حرفا بدهکار نبود. از اونجایی که طرح خامش پیدا نمیشد، خودم قلم دست شدم و طراحی رو اجرا کردم. بریم با هم دیگه نتیجه کارو ببینیم.
First off, I'm going to pause it right there. I find it so hilarious that they're like taking this like drawing on process so seriously that we had to watch, how long? We had to watch 15 seconds of him drawing lines across a guy's face. Like, this guy is some pro artist. He just drew lines across his face, dude. It should take like 2 seconds. It's not impressive at all. I am gonna say, I hope this tattoo isn't real. I hope it's fake. Every time I see tattoos like this, I go, I don't know. I don't buy it. I think it's probably fake. I hope to God it is, but this is just one of those dumb tattoos. I don't see the difference between this kid and the skeleton hand. Like realistically, I know it's your face, and for us, like we all perceive that as like way more gnarly. But realistically, getting a skeleton hand like done up, same crap, dude. You're just like signing yourself up for a life of pain and suffering. Unless you're one of the ones who doesn't suffer, you know? Like there's kids out there who are like become Post Malone. They're like, I get my face tattooed. Do you think that's having a negative effect on his life? Probably not. But these tattoos are definitely gonna have a negative impact on both of those, the skeleton hand and this face tattoo jabroni, as they should, you know? Like, you got a dumb looking tattoo and it's gonna have a negative effect on your life. That was a choice. That was a choice. You weren't born with a dumb skeleton hand tattoo. You're born with a dumb brain that wanted to do this to your face. I don't know. Why do I keep going back and forth between the skeleton hand and this guy? I'm just like, ugh. I hate them both. I hate them both. I want them not to exist. And unfortunately, in a world of skeleton hands and dumb looking face tattoos, this is where we exist. Right in between the line of chaos and dumb face tattoos. Next. Okay, someone's speaking over it, but I'm gonna do my best to read it for you guys because there's music playing in the background. How are you? My name is blank. I'm just wondering if you have any ideas to cover this messed up tattoo I got 3 weeks ago. First photo attached was the one I was supposed to get, and the rest of the pictures is the result in which are different. I'm referring only to all red tattoo. It's broken English, I think. But I don't have any ideas to cover this one up, or my other choices are to tattoo remove it. That is a hot pile of crap. And then she says,
my other choice will tattoo removal, which is not what I want. And I just said like, yeah, let's go, let's do a freehand. I'll help you, don't worry. Actually, it was a consultation, but he was like, oh damn, I want to cover this up right now. I'm like, okay, damn, okay. I have time for you, so let's get into it. And he was like, we have to hurry up. I have a flight to Toronto to hang out with my Toronto friends, so I just have to look good. I'm like, oh man, we don't have enough time, but I'll help you, don't worry. And also he was like, I want to buy your merch, your toque and t-shirt. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And also I have to like take some baby shots. I'm like, bro, act like you're in a music video, go off for the camera. So yeah, the bottom line, don't get tattooed by someone who doesn't mostly do the style you want. Make sure their whole vibe, their tattoos, everything they post, it all lines up with what you're looking for, you know. Bye, thanks for watching.
okay, one, I don't see the difference. I really don't. You know, it's funny, I think I do not vibe with this style of tattoo. I could easily do it. Give me 4 seconds, a fucking Sharpie and a Red Bull, and I'll like janky my way through one of these metal font tattoo things, cyber sigilism, whatever you call it. A good tattooer could easily do this style of tattoo. It's not complicated at all. You just have to have an epileptic seizure halfway through the tattoo and it will look exactly the same. Truly, like there's nothing impressive about this tattoo. Now, when someone messes it up, I go, how did that happen? How? But you bring cyber sigilism to any normal tattooer and they could easily and gracefully do it 10 times faster than probably most people who specialize in cyber. I've got a friend. My friend, he's a tattooer. I can just imagine someone bringing him, by friend, I just really mean all my tattoo friends. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, they could easily do that. They could easily do that. You take this type of tattoo, this cyber sigilism that apparently you have to be so vibey to do, you take it to any of my friends who are tattooers, and they could accidentally do this tattoo perfectly. Like, literally, give me an hour and a half and you could have a pretty solid cyber sigilism sleeve. I'll draw that crap on. I could be all vibey with my camera. Like, it's not rocket science, dude. It's actually one of the easiest tattoo styles to do. It takes like 4 minutes of research. You get like all the crookedy lines. You get hit in the head a bunch of times and you can do this style, okay? It's not impressive. I don't know, I just like, when tattooing only becomes marketing, like this statement is kind of like, I don't think she's saying that like purposefully. She's just saying, I really appreciate the style of tattoos that this person wanted, fine, whatever. But when your whole thing about tattooing becomes like the marketing behind it. Like I've worked at tattoo shops where like everyone was this level of artsy fartsy. Like they draw everything on, even though they didn't need to and they probably shouldn't. And then they like vibe out their shop in a way that fits with their tattooing, which is such a weird thing. Like, I mean, tattooers do it. Traditional tattooers do it too. Probably tattooers do it worse. But still a fucking awful thing for like to walk into a shop that like, if you go to a tattooer who specializes in cyber sigil, it's just gonna be like strobe lights and fucking techno from the Netherlands or whatever. And I'm like, ugh, I hate cyber sigilism. I can't wait for it to die. Luckily, we're like, I think it's scheduled in about 4 weeks that everyone will be over cyber sigilism because the next dumbest trend will pop up on TikTok. So that's great. I look forward to that. On to the next. Okay. What a dumb way to stencil a tattoo. No, I guess it's all right. I don't know. It looks like a lot of work. Okay, in case you don't know what you're looking at, why he's smudging blue all over this guy, this is like the stencil underneath that. And he just left it like super blue. He made a super gnarly stencil, which just like smashed in blue. And he did the outlines and now he's trying to get rid of all the stencil and it's blue everywhere. Thank God it's not like this blue tribal. That's what I thought and probably most of you guys thought right from the jump. But no, it's just a stencil. It's just a lot of dumb stenciling. Let me see this tattoo, like this back piece thing. Let me try and pause it. We're gonna pause right there. You see that that's not actually tattooed, that's the stencil. Do I like this? I don't hate this as much as I hate most of this type of like new age tribal. Something about it looks like a very sexual. It looks kind of like, you know, like a woman's body part. I don't love that. Not that I got any problems with those types of body parts, but like, I don't know. Maybe it looks like a skeleton. I don't know. I'm just not sold on this type of tattooing, dude. I'm just not. Like, I love Leo Zuleta. He's a tribal tattooer, the original black work type of guy. And then like, I see this and I go, we took a turn. We took a turn towards the lazy, I think. Like in tribal tattooing and in black work tattooing, I really don't respect the laziness of a lot of it. Sometimes it's not like that. There's so many tattooers who do amazing black work that it is so far from lazy. To me, that's not this. To me, this is like not only boring, it's goofy looking, and it looks lazy. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. It looks lazy. I think that's like my thought. It doesn't look interesting at all. It doesn't look experimental. Like if your job as a tattooer is to be experimental, I better see some like experimenting. Something new, something interesting, something like not just boring. Crazy. On to the next. Okay, that looks like crap. Obviously, I think we all have eyeballs, but there's something about this that like kind of spoke to me in a different kind of way that I was like, oh, I can talk about that because like looking at this tattoo, it's a crappy tattoo. I hate it. I want to burn my eyeballs. Someone step on them, poke them out like in Kill Bill and step on it. I don't care what you do. Just make me not have to look at this tattoo because I think it looks like crap. But there's something interesting about this, and what's interesting to me is this color palette. Now, in tattooing, we always have these colors that are just garbage. And I'm saying that like as nicely as I can because I really do think that ink companies try their best. I don't have any real issue with ink companies. Like, I think that most of them are really good and they try really hard. But sometimes I think they put out colors that are on these like more on the side of not good. You know, like I think that 50% of colors that are sold by most companies are either good or preference-wise, I don't like them as much as others, but like generally a good type of ink. And then there's these other type of inks that are kind of like either mixed in with black a lot of the times or they're mixed in with white or whatever. I actually don't know the color process too much, but when I use them, I can tell that there's like flaws in them. And when I look at these color tattoos here, I go, you can't even tell the difference between a lot of these colors. Like I know that there's this light peach color that looks super spotty, and then there's this dark red maroon looking color, which looks almost like the dark gray at the bottom. It's just like really bad colors, you know? Like if you chose a solid ink dragon green and a El Rojo red, like these lipstick reds, and you use a bright yellow, like these colors that we just know are good, this tattoo would like actually stand out. And I get like vibe-wise, it looks dumb. It would look tacky in a way, but we know those colors are good. Like 10 of these colors, we're like, yeah, those things are great. The rest are a hot pile of garbage, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. Like just this muted version of tattoo colors that just shouldn't exist in the world. So when you're picking tattoo colors, and like young tatters, they never know. This takes a long time to figure out like what colors are good and what colors are bad and what colors actually stay for a long time and blah, 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 blah. You need to be in the game for a long time. Even I feel like I'm just now starting to really comprehend what colors look good for a long time. But like tattooers takes a long time and clients never learn. So like they always ask for these dumb, stupid, frickin' god-awful colors. I'm trying not to cuss this episode. I'm trying, it's been super hard, but we've been getting flagged a lot, so I need to kind of cut back on the cussing a little bit, so whatever. But freaking colors, they suck. I'll still have to cuss a little bit, okay? Next.
Hey Sambo, is it possible to become a tattoo artist with zero skills, like only able to draw stick figures?
No. This is a drawing business. What I do, I draw. I draw on skin. So you have to be able to draw. There's so many people that think that this is just a hacky thing that I just trace in color. I worked my ass off to be here. I'm still learning. After all these years of tattooing, I'm still learning. If I can't sing, can I become a singer? If I can't play a guitar, I'm tone deaf. Can I become a band member? No. Go find something in your wheelhouse. Quit trying to ride the backs of those that work really hard for their talent. There's too many hacks out there. All you kids think, oh, it's just a stick and poke, or I could just trace and do. You're ruining the industry for the people that have worked really hard to make good tattoos and spent their whole lives, longer than most of you have even been alive, trying to make this happen. So no, if you can't draw, stay away.
Look, a lot of times people want to compare art and drawing to like musical talent, which that guy like literally just did. And in my head, I'm like, perfect pitch, this idea of perfect pitch. I don't know enough about music. Whether you want to say you're born with it or you can learn it, that's up to you. That's not the same thing that happens in drawing and in art. Look, there's some people who are amazing at art. Typically, they just spent more time doing art than the people around them. Look, when I picked up a tattoo machine for the first time to do my first tattoo, I could barely draw a rose. Now, 15 years later, I can draw pretty much anything on, and I think it looks good enough. You know, am I the greatest artist? No. Am I better than this guy? You better believe it. I definitely Googled it. I actually have a friend who's a tattooer, and he makes fun of tattooers who can't draw. And when I look at his stuff, I go, neither can you. That's facts. Like, you're not that good at drawing. You're not. Like, so that's kind of what I see happening here. Like, I look at this guy's tattoos and I go, yeah, you're not that great at art either. Maybe you should stay out of tattooing and, you know, maybe you should stop clinging on to the hard work of others. You know, like get out of tattooing. Do I think that's true? No, but can I say it? Yeah, I can say it, dude. Like, that's just the thing. Like, a lot of people work hard at tattooing. You can learn how to make art. It's not that hard of a thing. I spent years and years working hard to get good at art. And now I'm pretty good at art. And I get paid to do it, and I make a living, and it's great, and blah, blah, blah. If you don't know how to draw before you become a tattooer, maybe consider something else. Is it gonna be a long, hard process? Probably. Can you do it? Absolutely. We're not talking about rocket science here, okay? Someone comes in, they ask for an infinity sign with a word. It don't take that much work. Anybody can do this job. It's not that difficult. Are you going to be the next Ed Hardy? Probably not. But newsflash, no one is, okay? I don't know. I like when tattooers talk. I also like talking badly about them talking too, because like, that's the thing. I like when tattooers say words because it really points out how dumb a lot of us are. Hang on, let me listen to 2 more seconds of this.
Still learning. After all these years of tattooing, I'm still learning. If I can't sing, can I become a singer? If I can't play a guitar, I'm tone deaf. Can I become a band member? No. Go find something in your wheelhouse. Quit trying to ride the backs of those that work really hard for their talent. There's too many hacks out there.
That was it. Quit writing the backs of the people who worked really hard. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody is writing off the back of me, right? I'm a hard-working tattooer. I don't think anyone's writing off my back, okay? Look, everybody has to put the time in to do the job. If they're good at the job, they put the time in. Whether it was before they were a tattooer, whether it's after they were a tattooer, who gives a crap? It's like one of the stupidest comments I've ever heard. And like, it kind of comes from this place of like, there's a saying in tattooing and probably in a lot of other things where it's like standing on the shoulder of giants, right? Like as a tattooer, I'm definitely standing on the shoulders of giants. Like whether that's like, you could go back all the way down the line, the giants and the greats that come to my head of like who I've taken the most from is like the tattooers I worked with. So you'd be like my friend Hunter, John, Mikey Tay, John Schroller, Jacob Donnie, Sam Phillips, Mike Cottle, all these different people, Billy Wang. Then there's like the people that really inspired me like when I was getting into tattooing. So you got like the Smith Street guys, the Aaron Colemans, the Uzis, the like people who are just inspiring me that I did not work with. Then you got like the Freddie Corbins, the Dan Higgses, that like type of era. Then you got the Ed Hardys, the Bob Roberts, the Mike Malones, then to Sailor Jerry, to the Joe Liebers, to all these different lines. Those, I'm standing on the shoulders of those amazing tattooers because they learned so much. They taught someone else who taught someone else who taught someone else. And eventually we're standing here knowing the same ideas as these other people. That is a different statement than like riding my coattails to the top. It's like, what the fuck? Like that is all about how much work you've put into tattooing and nothing to do with like all the people that you've taken from. Like standing on the shoulders of tattooers before us is like, okay, they worked hard and I'm taking parts of them, but also they took from someone else. Where it's like, riding my back, like you're just like hopping in. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Tattooers have been doing amazing things before us and they'll do amazing things after us. It's really not that complicated. On to the next.
All right, you're not going to want to hear this, but most of the tattoo artists that have been in the game 15 years or more, they're going to get smoked by kids that just picked up a tattoo machine 12 months ago. And you're probably thinking, how is that even possible? How can someone who barely knows how to tattoo outperform you with 15 years of experience? The reputation that you spent 15 years and 12-hour days trying to build can be completely overshadowed by a complete amateur who is posting content
So far, I just want to say we've actually heard nothing. He said nothing. Let's hear
every single day. There's a different market now. We got a whole different set of rules. People don't just buy tattoos. They buy connection, and connection usually starts on social media. But the fucked up part is most of you didn't grow up in this content creator era. So the whole idea of filming...
Okay, I got nothing. This is dumb. Honestly, this guy drives me crazy. I'm gonna make a whole video about tattoo coaches. Either it came out already or it's coming out soon. Tattooers are not content creators. It's just the truth. I am a content creator. I spend most of my time going back and forth between a camera and tattoo shop. Like I spend our time. Most tattooers don't spend nearly as much time working on the camera, and honestly, I don't think that they should. I think that tattooers, like a great young tattooer, should focus on being a great young tattooer. There's nothing that is really gained from social media, content creator, lifestyle stuff. I understand as a tattooer, I will sacrifice parts, like my ability as a tattooer to be on camera more. Because there's things that I think I can do in tattooing that aren't tattooing. But unless that's you, you don't need to be a content creator. You could be a tattooer who also does content stuff here and there. But for the most part, I don't think any of my friends would be in a good place if they spent as much time on camera as I do. And no one can say that like as much as me. In the last year, probably 0 people have put out more hours of content tattoo-wise than me. I would take that home. So like the idea that tattooers need to be content creators, I think is actually a stupid thing. And it really just kind of helps people sell this idea of like, hey, we're gonna be content coach. I don't know, it's stupid. I hate this type of rhetoric, and honestly, if you want to be a tattooer, just be a tattooer. Don't worry about the content. Next.
One of my artists because he lied publicly about one of my tattoos. My artist reposted one of my photos and like, I see my hand every day. That's not my tattoo. He posted it as a healed photo. He said 1 year and 8 months healed. This is what the tattoo actually looks like. It might not seem like that much of a difference, but this is much more faded than the one that he edited and posted. Here's a side-by-side comparison. You can see that the original photo shows a 2-year-old hand tattoo and the one that he posted looks fresh. Now, I understand that this is not like the biggest issue in the world, Kim. There are people dying. But a big part of my page is me giving recommendations and tips to people who are new to getting tattooed. And one of my biggest tips is look at their healed photos so that you know how your tattoo is going to heal. I'd also like to add that this artist charges $300 an hour. I paid nearly $3 grand for my 2 hand tattoos. I was happy to do it. He's a fine line specialist. And frankly, it does look great for being 2 years old, but it's not going to look like this. It's a fucking hand tattoo. For that amount of money, you should know what—
Wow, I can't believe the day and age we live in. Honestly, like, it's funny seeing tattooed clients being like, nah, that's not what the tattoo looks like. Good for them. This is one of those things that I just watched and I was like, oh, I'm glad she's not my client. But also, she's goddamn right. I've never fucking edited a picture in my life. I need to stop cussing. Flora, please help me to take out the cussing in this tattoo video. I am trying my best. It's so fucking hard. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate her for calling out the tattooer. Like, that's I don't know. I'm just so tired of this tattoo marketing stuff. It drives me absolutely crazy. Like, you're gonna let a tattoo be a tattoo. It looks beautiful or fine. I don't love it. I don't care about it that much. But like, just let it be. Like, stand behind your work. Have some balls. Like, this guy's so cowardly. I look around in tattoo social media places and I just find these cowardly little loser ass people. Like, you're so uncomfortable with what a tattoo looks like healed after 2 years that you have to edit the picture to like make it look just like a 10% fresher. And you're like, that's how cowardly we are as tattooers? I don't know. You make art, I get it. Like, people want to be like artsy and they're like hurt when like their stuff doesn't look the way they want it to look. But it's like, dude, post the original photo, dude. It's so weird. On to the next. I don't get it. It looks bad. Looks like a face rug. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I certainly don't like it. Does anyone look at this and go like, oh, that's a great tattoo. I'm really glad my face looks like a rug. No, neither do I. Do I want my tattoos to look like rugs? No. Why this face needs to look like a rug? I don't know. I'm done. I will see you in a few days.